Hey beautiful people, what's going on? Hope you're all doing amazingly well. Welcome to or back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a video on my fitness journey this year, specifically speaking with my coaching program that I have joined. I just thought it would be so informative for a load of you that may have questions about coaching, whether it's worth getting a coach in the first place, all the stuff that pretty much I've gained from this transformation journey so far. You will see before and after pics, you will find out the beginning of how it all started, how I got going with it, why I chose this specific program to work with, and a really good incentive at the end of this video. So please watch to the end of this video because you will not be disappointed with what I've got to say for you. Without further ado, let's get into it. So let's start with why I decided to get a coach in the first place. For me personally, I've always just kind of learned along the way. I've been doing fitness probably on and off for about 6 to 7 years. The past couple of years being really trying to be more consistent with it. I've always kind of done my research on things, followed other YouTubers, other fitness influencers, and just trying out different apps, programs. Literally, there's so much that I have tried. I've joined gyms, I've been a Zumba instructor previously, I trained for the RAF and done all the training programs for that. And then my fitness around the nutritional side of things kind of came probably the past couple of years or so. I was just trying to sort of educate myself, and even though I was learning all this stuff, I wasn't really noticing any like physical transformation, and it was really hard to try and find the body that I wanted for myself. But also mentally, I didn't feel too great about my body. I felt that it needed to be a certain way, and I just felt like what I was doing just wasn't getting me the results that I wanted for myself. My mindset has changed for that, by the way, but you'll find that out throughout this video. I'd previously worked with a coach. It's a bit of a tricky one because this person was supposed to be a coaching person, which they were just starting out. When I started out doing it, it was very strict. It was very much like, this is, you know, what you're going to be eating. And I remember one of the examples they gave was whatever you put into your body. If you have like a Mars bar, for example, imagine that Mars bar being on the outside of your body. Looking back on it, it was such a negative way of doing it, and I remember being just literally just so strict with it. Like, I was having chicken and eggs for breakfast, I was having like mincemeat and I don't know, chicken plain with lettuce and peppers and things like that, and it was not sustainable whatsoever. It was strict to the point where I was just getting so skinny, bearing in mind like at that point I was at my absolute skinniest.
And looking back on it now, just to add to this video, I really wish that I would have done my research and really understood why he was doing the way he was doing things or why he was saying it. It might have been just his personal preference and how he taught his clients, but for me it just didn't work, and that's something that I really learned that I should have done previously.
The reason I went to go and do a coaching program back then was because I wanted to have some kind of control for myself, because there was a lot of stuff going on at the time and I really wanted to be on top with my fitness and my nutrition. It just didn't feel right at all, and within like a couple of, I can't remember how long I did it actually, I think it was for about a month, and it just didn't work at all. And this was whilst I was at uni and I was struggling a lot at that time, so it probably wasn't the best time to be doing that. But by all means, by the time I moved back home in the end, I was back on just eating not what I wanted, but obviously more of the stuff that I did like and that was actually sustainable for me to have. Last year I was just really thinking about it, and I just thought that I wanted some help and support. Like, I felt like even though I knew all this knowledge, I didn't really know what to do with it. I was trying to find out more about macros and how you calculate them, and like, for the life of me, if you know me, maths is not my strong point. I hate maths, and just trying to remember everything that everybody was saying about macronutrients and getting how much protein, fats and carbs that you needed in your diet, I was just like, yeah, this just isn't working for me at all. And at the beginning of the year, again, I was struggling with a few things at the time, and I came across Empower Training. More importantly, I came across Emma, who is the founder of Empower Training, and I just followed her on Instagram one day, and I just liked her profile so much. Even though her photos and her posts, like her herself, she was this beautiful female, and I just remember looking back and just looking at her photos and like seeing like the body type that she had, and reading all her posts. Like, she wasn't just about your physical transformation but also your mental transformation, and that I think was more important than the physical. Physical kind of went out the window for me in a sense. Like it was still kind of about that, but it was more so about getting my mindset in a better place. I really thought about it, and I'd come across somebody doing coaching before and what their monthly price was, and I was like, I don't know if I can really afford that. And I think that was another thing as well. It was the money side of things. It was really think about how much I wanted to pay and whether it was all going to be worthwhile or not. So I came across Emma's profile. I loved what I saw. I loved all the posts that she did. It kept popping up on my Facebook newsfeed, just her little adverts of a video and like, do you want a transformation? I just remember looking at that and thinking, do you know what? Why not just have a consultation and just see if this is something that I'd be up for doing? I just remember filling in a profile, what my goals were, what I wanted for myself. And within a couple of days, one of her team members came back to me. We had a phone call just to really address what I wanted, whether this program was for me or not, what I wanted to gain physically, the reasons I wanted to do it for myself. And I think that's one of the most important things, first and foremost, is really thinking about the goals that you want to achieve for yourself and why you think coaching is going to be beneficial for you. But yeah, so I had a consultation with somebody, and the person that I spoke to was really lovely, and he just said that you sound like the ideal candidate for this program and we'd love to take you on. And he gave me the price for it, which I was kind of unsure, but then all the stuff that you do get incorporated into the whole plan, it just made it sound so worth it. And you get a minimum contract of 3 months, so for the 3 months I could have just done that and then decided actually it wasn't for me, given a month's notice, and then I'd be out and gone. So I thought, do you know what, let's just give it a go. Let's just see what this program's got to offer for me, if it's the right program for me or not. So that's exactly what I did. I said yes on the day. So I said what my start date I wanted it to be when I wanted to begin this journey, and yeah, from there that was when it all happened. So that was kind of how I got started with it. And then you basically get the Empower training app, which I'll show you up on the screen right now. So it gives you all your meal plans that Emma has tailored to you, and that's one of the things that they ask first and foremost, is what you like basically in your diet. I said that my favourite foods were pasta, chocolate, peanut butter, just different things like that. I said which foods I didn't like. I also shared my intolerances, which was a lactose intolerance, so it was specifically tailored so that I wasn't eating anything that wasn't going to be good for my body, and making sure that there was actually foods that I liked in there, which I thought was really good, because there's nothing worse than somebody giving you a diet to follow and you don't like any of the foods on there. Like, how unsustainable is that? It's just not even worth it. And then we had this little chat. It's a little bit like WhatsApp. So you get access to her 24/7. Like literally, if you've got an issue with anything, or if you want to change anything in your meal plan, or you're feeling ill, or you want to change something in your workouts or anything like that, you can literally just message her. Or if you've got something going on and you need to be honest with her about something, like just message her. She's so good at replying. Like literally, you'll get answers within the same day. Also on the app you also get the workouts that are tailored to you as well. So again, you don't have to be going to a gym to be able to do this. I've got my own gym. I call it a gym, but I've got a weight bench in my garage with weights and dumbbells and kettlebells. She will tailor the plan for you, so what you're able to access, she will give you the stuff that you can do for that, which is really, really good. So you get your workout plans, you get your meal plans as well, and then every week she wants you to do a check-in. So a check-in is basically your measurements, so you'll do that from the very start. For this program we measure arms, chest, hips, thigh, waist, stomach, hips and glutes. I think I already said hips. I might have said it twice. My bad. But yeah, so that's what we measure. We also do weight every single week as well. So depending on whether you want to lose weight, maintain weight, gain weight, it just helps you keep accountable for that. From there, she's just able to help you decide where to go from there. So for example, when I first started, I was in a calorie deficit. So I was losing weight in order to show more muscle for myself because I had a photo shoot coming up. And then as soon as the photo shoot finished, we then upped the calories. So I think my lowest amount of calories I had a day when I was losing weight was 1680 calories a day. But again, it's tailored to individual people. It just depends on your body type and how active you have been or are and all that malarkey, which again, you get explained with. I think it was like for the first 8 to 10 weeks you had videos from her every single week, just going through with you all the different stuff. So for example, why it's important to have protein in your diet and what protein does for you. She talks about macros. The whole setup was really useful, and you just felt like you could speak to Emma like whenever you wanted to, if you were ever struggling with anything. So like for me, she doesn't feel like a coach, she feels more like a friend, which I felt like I needed for myself. Having said that, she does say that she loves accountability and she wants you to be honest with her. So if you're not having a good week with your diet, for example, or you've had a few deviations, just let her know. She's so understanding, she's reassuring. I've been told not to have sorry in my vocabulary anymore because I've said it too often, and now she's saying please don't say sorry because this is your journey and this is what's going on and you're doing so well. She's so positive and she's just so motivational. She's just a prime example of why you should be so motivated and believe in yourself more, and she's done so much for me. Like I joined back in May this year, we're nearly in October now, so that's June, July, August, September, so we've nearly done 5 months. She's just incredible. Like I love how she's been, and yeah, it's just been really good. So also along with when you upload like all your measurements and that for the week, you also upload your photos. I previously never did photos because I hated that I always did photos previously, but I never actually got anywhere with it. Like I never saw any physical change, so I was just like, I don't want to do progress photos. But actually like seeing like where I was to where I am now, oh my god, I have seen such a change in my body and I'm absolutely loving it. My confidence has enhanced, my nutritional knowledge has enhanced, knowing what's good for me internally more so now in my nutrition. I'm eating things like lotus biscoff, Jaffa cakes, different types of chocolate, but then I'm also getting my veg in as well, as long with all the other meals that I like, and it's just so refreshing to know that you can still have the foods incorporated into your plan, but it's obviously just being put into the portions that are appropriate and that will get you your goals. Also as well, she's very big on slow progression. She wants it to be a gradual process, just so then you don't feel so pressured to do these things. And like with my weight gain as well, when I started to gain weight, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like I feel really scared, because previously I used to be so scared of gaining weight. The littlest bit more weight gone on, I'd feel so bad and so guilty, just because for so long I was just so skinny. And I am still skinny now, but I definitely feel more muscular. And now that I am putting on weight, I feel like it's going towards something, because I work hard during my workouts and I do so much and ensure that I'm eating the right things and doing all the workouts that I'm meant to be doing. I then have no obligation to feel guilty about anything, because I know that I'm doing all that I can with all the stuff that she's given me. And as well, if it's around your life as well, so if you've got a social engagement going on at the weekend or during the week, just let her know and she'll let you know what the best thing is to do is for your nutrition. If you've got a social event coming up with friends or family and you want to go and have a drink, or there's going to be different types of food that's maybe not in your plan, you're going to have a bit more of stuff, like she doesn't say no, you can't do that. Like she allows you to go and do it. Just being sensible about it and just letting you have a life, because again, I think I've always had that thought of like, as soon as you get into the fitness side of stuff, you know, you're dedicating your life to, you know, a lifestyle change, but you can't go and do social events, or you can't go and do certain things or eat certain things because you're on a plan. But honestly, it's not like that at all, and I cannot tell you like how refreshing that is. And I think refreshing for so many people that I think a lot of us guys can relate to that are doing this program at the moment. It's just so refreshing to know that we can still live our lives, have a social life, eat the food that we want to eat. It's just being mindful about it and just being honest with Emma about it. And she's just, oh, I cannot tell you, like she's the best coach, honestly. And I'm not just saying that, but I couldn't have asked for a better coach. I'm so glad I picked her, and I have not looked back. Where I am now with my journey, currently I am building, so I am on 2,100 calories a day, I'm on 8,000 steps a day, and we are building, so building muscle. I'm trying to get my glutes bigger because I would like my glutes just a little bit bigger. My arms as well, like I'm so impressed with my arms. They have not been like this before, honestly. My arms are like the weakest part. Like I hate doing arm workouts, but at the same time, like this is where they have got me. I did not have this before, and I do pole fitness as well, so that helps as well in conjunction with the weight training. It's just nice to see a transformation and to know that physical things are happening, and like once you see those changes, you're like, oh my gosh, and you just want to keep going and going and going. And that's what's so amazing about this program. And I encourage any of you that want to get a coach or have been thinking about getting a coach, I would honestly do it. It's finding what works for you and what's going to meet your goals and personal requirements. I haven't looked back since I started this program, so yeah, I would definitely recommend getting a coach. The fact that it has been 5 months and I've noticed these changes already, it's been gradual, I just want to keep going with it. Like, I will stay for as long as she'll possibly have me. I love it, and I think it's a really good investment. You definitely get what you pay for, and by all means just go and do it. I honestly would. So some tips that I will give if you are thinking about having a coach or getting a coach. First thing I would say is do your research. Don't just pick somebody that you've just seen their Instagram profile for the first time or the first advert that comes on Facebook and you think, oh yeah, that's the one. Ask questions. They're more than happy to answer questions before you go and commit to something, because obviously you want to do your research. You want to find the best coach that's going to suit you. I find Emma amazing, but she might not be everybody's cup of tea for what they want to achieve in that. I mean, I personally think she'll be amazing for you, but that's just me. So definitely do your research. Definitely look into maybe different profiles. I'd say probably up to 3 to 5 profiles. See if you can find people as well that have been through the programs that you're researching, and just ask them questions, see what it's done for them, whether it's worthwhile and whatnot. Everybody's going to have their own opinion on who they think is best, who's going to give them the best of results for people. Really establish the goals that you want for yourself. Don't do it for other people. I will say first and foremost, please do not do it for other people. If other people have said you need to lose weight, gain weight, do whatever, do what you want to do. What is going to benefit you? Because this is going to be you in this program. It's not going to be anybody else. Maybe you want to gain weight and build muscle. Maybe you want to grow your glutes, want some discipline and to learn how to do it. Maybe you want to get some nutritional knowledge and you do it for a few months or so, and then when you've decided actually I've got enough information to know that I can do this by myself, then just do that. It's just really important to realise your why for doing this, and just really thinking about how it's going to benefit you, how it's going to benefit your lifestyle, if it's going to be easily adaptable for your lifestyle, just things like that to consider. Obviously we're all busy people and whatnot, and we all have busy lives going on, but it's just so important to really think about how it's going to adapt into that lifestyle. Is it going to be beneficial? Is it going to make things a lot easier for you? Just those kind of things I would definitely say. Don't feel like that you have to join a gym straight away in order to do this. Discuss with them the priority, so they'll probably ask you if you have access to a gym or gym equipment. They will tailor what is best for you. They're not just going to say, right, you need to go and sign up to a gym now, you need to go and do this, you need to go and do that. No, you can't do that. They will be so easily adaptable. If they're a really good coach, they're going to be so easily adaptable for you and your life. Don't go buying the latest fitness gear or thinking that you have to have X, Y, and Z in order to start. When you are going through the questions and gathering up data as well, really be honest about the foods that you do and don't like, because that's how you're going to get an effective meal plan. That's how you're going to get an effective workout plan. And also, if you've had any injuries in the past, any current injuries, recurrent injuries going on, just so then they're able to help you from the get-go, so that you're able to just go full pelt rather than being into it a few weeks and being like, oh no, actually I don't like that. Or if you'd said that previously, then you would have got the plan you wanted. You know what I mean? So it's just being organised and just really thinking about, if you could have the lifestyle that you wanted with food, what would you have? And they will tailor it to you, to your likes. They're not going to give you a whole load of stuff that you dislike if you be really honest with what you do and don't like, because that's the whole point. It's a lifestyle change. It's a whole new regime that is going to be suitable and accountable for you and yourself to be able to do the best that you can throughout the whole program. Also get a notebook and pen as well, because for me, I find that even though it's on the app as well, it's also nice to write down my measurements each week, just so I can compare with each other's and just see how far I've come. I find that's a really good motivator. Definitely get a ring light as well, or like a stand or a tripod to put your phone on. They're really good for progress pictures, and they will give you the most effective photos, like by all means, because like it's all good like posing in a mirror and that, but I think if you really want to see like any different changes or any muscle definitions, like anything more specifically, having a tripod and a little ring light is really easy to obtain, and it doesn't cost a lot either. This is for when you've actually decided to go forth with it. It's just things to consider, because it just really helps with getting really good photos and really being able to compare and contrast really easily when you do progress photos. So those would be the most important tips I think I can give before starting any coaching training program. Also make sure that you have any questions beforehand, like anything you're unsure of, definitely ask them before joining, just so then your questions are answered and you've got a clearer idea of whether this program is going to be for you or not. And for this Empower training program, I'm going to tell you now, because this is an amazing incentive. Emma's come up with a really amazing incentive, so I will let you guys know now. So for current clients that are already with the Empower program, as well as new clients that are joining from the 1st of October to the 23rd of December, there is an incentive at the end where she will pick somebody with the biggest transformation, give them a holiday and £1,000, which I think is incredible. It just keeps you accountable, just keeps you motivated and also disciplined with where your journey is going, and why it's so important to not just for the incentive but to just work on you for a consistent amount of time. I just think is really, really good. So yeah, if you are thinking about joining, there's definitely an incentive there that is worth trying and is definitely worth giving a go if you have thought about joining. I can't recommend Emma enough. I know I've already said that, but she's amazing. I'm so glad that she is my coach. She's done wonders for me so far within just a few months, and I'm sure she's done that for so many of her clients previously, currently, and I'm sure she will for you as well. If that incentive doesn't get you going, then please, please, please do your research amongst others. Look into Emma. I'll put in her links down below and any more information that you can find out. I think this has definitely been a really good investment. I have loved every single minute of it, and will continue to use Empower for as long as I possibly can, and as long as Emma will have me. So thank you very much, Emma. I'm going to do you proud with this transformation journey. Also do myself proud first and foremost. Do myself proud, but also do you proud. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Please give this a massive thumbs up, comment down below, and stay with me on this channel, because for the next 3 months I will be going through with you my whole transformation journey. And 23rd of December we will see where I am from where I started in 1st of October. Can't wait to get going. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Take care.